I also know as a fact that what they would call temporary detention, they are detained and they're held for questioning. At the sites, on each site, there are 6 cameras on every site. So if like this is a site, there's a camera 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of those cameras is entirely dedicated to analytics, biometrics, facial recognition. These cameras all feed into a screen back in the main control center in Karim Shalom, where the joint tactical operations, you got SRS, UG, and the IDF. The IDF have a 24/7 permanent presence in the GHF operations center. They have an intel analyst, they have a targeteer, a guy that drops bombs out of a drone. They have a senior officer liaison, and they have this little cell that works hand in hand with SRS and UG Solutions. I know this because I was one of those UG Solutions contractors in that operations center that daily worked with these guys. In this operations center, you have SRS employed intelligence analysts, not data collectors, not information collectors, intelligence analysts that sit there, and their whole job during that entire shift that they have, that 12-hour shift, is to watch the cameras on site, specifically the analytics camera, and build this database of facial recognition personnel. Who does that database go to? It goes to the IDF. They control it. So as days went on with more and more data collection, building this database of facial recognition, the IDF would tell us on a normal basis, like, have your security men hold that man there. And, you know, because when you're looking at this crowd of people and there's all these, on the analytics camera, there's all these little boxes. I don't know if you've ever seen facial recognition, but there's all these boxes looking at the faces. What that intel analyst was doing in the days prior and still ongoing is building a database of POIs, or persons of interest. So if one of those persons of interest would then later be back at the site again, their box on their little screen would be red. So you would know, like, oh, person of interest number 48923 is here. And it always struck me as odd because there was no qualification, characterization, or reason for where someone was a person of interest other than if they were military aged, if they were a male, and if they looked like they could be Hamas. Really? The reporters, people that were reporters, were often some of the first that were put that person on the persons of interest list. So when you look at how the IDF are systematically targeting journalists, targeting anybody that they feel looks like Hamas, they're doing it based on the data collection, the intelligence collection that GHF is providing to them. Why, as a humanitarian relief effort, do you need to spend thousands of dollars on hiring intelligence analysts and biometric data collection cameras on site? Why would you need that if you're doing humanitarian assistance? You don't, unless you're doing something else.